Gentlemen, start your cars.
Well, that was different. Yeah, it was. You see those cars in single file down on pit road. And here is your starting grid. You have Derek Cope on the pole for the first time in his career, the former Daytona 500 champion in 1990. Mark Martin, the 95 winner of this race. Beside him, it's Bobby Labonte, who won this race in 95, and Ernie Irvan, the 93 winner. In row 2, Bobby Hamilton is right there for row 3, and with him comes the 88 winner, Rusty Wallace. John Andretti, 6 straight, top 10 start. With him is Todd Bodine, and what a story on that number 91 car. We'll be telling you about it today. Going to row 5, you have Jeremy Mayfield, and Kenny Irwin is there, the leading candidate for Rookie of the Year. In row 6, Joe Nemechek and Jerry Nadeau ready to go, the freshman from Connecticut. Going to row 7, there's Ward Burton, and there's the guy that won the Sizzler last week at Martinsville, Ricky Rudd. In the next row back, row 8, you have Ken Schrader, who won this thing in '89, and Gary Bradbury. Good qualifying run for him. Row 9 today is the defending champion, Dale Jarrett, and with him comes Mr. Excitement, Jimmy Spencer. Going to row 10, there's Mike Skinner and Chad Little, who had a second place at Texas on a 1.5 miles. In row 11, it's Brett Bodine and the 96 Classic winner, Terry Labonte. In row 12, David Green is there, and number 41 today, and Sterling Marlin. Going to row 13, Wally Dallenbach and Jeff Gordon, starting 26. Be one to watch for sure. Row 14 is Michael Waltrip and Jeff Burton alongside. Going to row 15, a 2-time winner of the Autumn Classic, Bill Elliott, Kenny Wallace. Then comes Steve Grissom and Kevin LePage for row 16. Row 17, 5-time winner here at Charlotte, Dale Earnhardt, Kyle Petty. In the next row back, you have Dick Trickle and Ted Musgrave ready to work. Row 19 will have Johnny Benson and Steve Park. Row 20 is Geoff Bodine and Robert Presley. That's followed by Rick Mast and Rich Bickle. Back into the final position on the field. There you find that provisional starter as a Winston Cup champion and a 6-time winner here on this 1.5 miles, Darrell Waltrip. Take a look at who failed to qualify for this race.
Boy, some surprises here. Jeff Green usually gets around very well here. Dave Marcus misses again.
4-time in a row. Andy Hillenberg, Tony Raines, Randy McDonald all didn't make the show today.
Canadian Randy McDonald out of it. Tony Raines out of the Truck Series. Had hoped. We're ready to go racing on TBS. Derek Cope from Spanaway, Washington leads them down to take green. Coming up to speed. Takes about a lap. .24-degree banking to turn 3 and 4. And down into the double dog leg, main straightaway. That's how they're running at better than 190 miles per hour. And already, Nadeau's in trouble on number 9.
And Mark Martin picked up 5 bonus points for leading the first lap there. He was inches ahead of Derek Cope.
Jerry Nadeau in the number 9, the Melling car, is going to bring out a caution right at the beginning. Looks like he's straight for 12th position. Take a gander at what happened.
There's Jerry Nadeau right there. You see him right from the back there, losing the back of the car up into the wall hard with both corners of the car, front and rear.
Don't think anybody touched him. Don't think he got tail whacked on that, but
let's take a look. This will tell the whole story right here. You can see the car dancing just a little bit. The back end starts to break loose. That was all done by just getting a little aggressive here and losing the back.
Let's go on pit road and get the story on number 9.
Both great passing grooves at this point on the racetrack. The racetrack is very racing. Oh,
trouble in turn 2.
Trouble in turn 2, exactly where there was trouble yesterday. And swinging around to Steve Grissom in his ride in that Caterpillar car. Back to the line they race. Ernie Irvan will bring him across. Show you what happened on the 96, Steve Grissom.
See Grissom up against the wall with the back of the car. You see all the cars going down on the bottom part of the racetrack. He kept it high there with the brakes for a long, long time until Darrell Waltrip and these guys at the tail end of the field got by, and then he let her come down the racetrack.
Hey, crash out here and you just crash for a long time. It doesn't stop all that much.
Coming across just about 3 wide there for a moment.
No, that was a wreck that didn't happen there. They were 3 wide, and if the 97 car of Chad Little hadn't got on the brakes, there was a huge wreck on the way.
Still there.
See Sterling Marlin in the 40 up on the outside. Here's some of this action.
Watch this as they come off turn 4, 3 wide. Watch Chad Little sandwich right there, gets on the brake and avoids a real problem because Sterling was coming down from the high side of the racetrack. It was on the 90 car. Dick Trickle got his foot up under the car and got mashed a little bit. See right here?
Ooh. Oh,
man, that hurt. Wow. Ow. Look at that, though. He's right back in the business.
Yeah, hurting, but he's back there. That's the one-step dance he just did, isn't it?
Yeah, he'll go over there and complain now, but when that car's in there, you see he went back and cleared that nose of the race car, got that rubber off the front of it so it won't run hot.
Did his job. 67 laps complete. 100. Caution is out. Yellow going down.
Trouble.
Oh, what a break this is. For those cars that have just been in. Off the back straightaway. Is that the 41?
Yes, that's David Green.
David Green.
A lot of damage to the right front corner. Looked maybe he had a flat tire or something, got into the wall.
David Green.
Look at Mark Martin letting these guys get their lap back there.
Here's Waltrip staying right in this hunt. Now, the story that we have, there was a piece of aluminum down in the corner. But we also have a little issue on the back straightaway.
Yeah, there's water coming across the racetrack there, and they'll put this stay dry down right here, right in this part there. You can see it's about a car length wide there. And they're now pulling the water over the top of the wall there.
Take a look a moment ago, buddy, at what we saw. Those cars running down through this very area of the racetrack.
Yeah, you can see that would be a little disconcerting at 190 miles an hour. You know, some people really had a lucky break. For every caution that comes out, somebody gets lucky. Jarrett is now back in the hunt again. He's right
back with you live at lap 94, 141 miles complete, and the stop paddle has just been put up on pit road. Field has been brought onto pit road and halted because of the situation here on the back straightaway. Red flag condition here in the 39th running of the UAW-GM 500 as they work on this problem with water running across the track right in the midst of the backstretch.
Well, I just had a report that it might be a water main over behind the grandstand there, and it's leaking across the top of the wall there.
There you see from another angle what they're trying to take care of. And the water is running over that concrete wall in the back straightaway. Darrell Waltrip out. And he's talking with Jeff Hammond, isn't he?
Yeah, his former crew chief. Won more races with Jeff Hammond than anybody else.
Jeff Hammond now with the Chad Little. Runs like a deer outfit.
My goodness, Darrell.
Steve Burns is there. He's going to try to get a word. Yeah. Well, Ernie Irvan thinks he's the Joker. Going after the Batman. Let's go to Steve Burns.
Hey, Ken, the man himself, Darrell Waltrip is here. You've been having a great ride. We've been watching you.
Well, here's the deal. When I got up this morning, they put Tabasco all over my eggs, and man, this red flag couldn't have come at a better time. I got to go to the bathroom. And I was going like crazy, and they don't know how lucky. This is lucky right here, boys. I'm telling you.
Darrell, you were saying the other day that you want to do something big and win from last place.
In a Pontiac. See, I've won in a Buick, Oldsmobile, and Chevrolet. I've never won the Pontiac. I don't know if anybody's done there or not, but I'd like to be one. If they have, I want to be the other one to do it because that'd be big. But we're running good, and they're doing a good job in the pits. And we had a good car yesterday in hot laps at the end of the day. And, man, I don't know. I don't want to get too excited. I just want to get this thing down to the end. And if it stayed up under green all day, I think I'd be really, really good. I'm a little apprehensive on the restarts. The car's a little loose in traffic, but once I get out by myself and get up in that high line, if the rest of them don't discover that, I'll be okay. Don't tell anybody, y'all. Don't say anything about it on the TV or anything. Just keep to yourself. Baker, I know how you are. You'll have to go tell all your friends. Go tell Earnhardt.
Hey,
I know what you'll do.
Tell him he's done a pretty good job himself.
Hey.
Buddy said you're doing a pretty good job yourself.
Isn't that just like Baker? I'm doing a pretty good job. If it's anybody else, he'd be up there jumping out. He would jump out of that little box up there. But I'm just doing a pretty good job.
You know, he's talking about the first time in a Pontiac. The last time Thanks, Steve. Third, and this 99 runs in 34th.
What a beautiful shot as they head down into turn 1 there. You can see everybody's varying in their lines. Trouble. Steve Park. You said he wiggled just a lap or 2 back.
Yeah, this isn't over yet. Darrell, nice job.
Come on.
He was so soft on the pedal. All he had to do was touch it just a little bit harder, and Waltrip would have been history in that one. Here's the mark of a 3-time Winston Cup champion. Dick Berggren was talking about this number 1 car, Steve Park.
That's him right there. Excuse me. It's a
Wiggle
little loose.
way up
against the wall there. That wasn't that bad right there. A lot of people, when you come off that wide, you will do that. Let's look at him now. Yellow and black
There's
car.
the little wiggle.
Wiggles, gets up towards Bobby Labonte there. Spins around. Now he's at the mercy of the court. Hard with the left side and across. You see the flaps on the roof there, keeping it from getting off the ground. Everybody behind him did a great job of dodging here.
Yep, Brett Bodine just snuck by. Darrell Waltrip virtually stopped on the racetrack in order to avoid that incident.
Here's what Jarrett saw.
See all the smoke in front of him.
Yeah,
Everybody checking up, trying to figure which way to go. I'll take the high road, he says.
Spotters so important. Those guys talking to the drivers from the top of the roof here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Another angle.
Well, you see him under Bobby Labonte. He loses the back, and he really spins the car to keep from taking Bobby Labonte out. He would have got right in the left rear corner had he stayed like he was.
If he didn't hit Labonte in that left rear corner, he came awful close. Labonte was lucky with that deal. They come to the edge of the racetrack as well. They're right on the edge. Uh-oh.
Got trouble.
Darrell Waltrip.
Oh, Darrell.
Smoke coming out of both sides of the car.
Lap 112. Caution is out. Yellow down.
Something of a dark horse in this race, but listen to this. 5 races in a row. The last 5.
Caution, trouble in turn 2.
Yeah.
Gary Bradbury in the wall. Last 5 races in a row. Terry Labonte has done better than the race prior to it.
Bradbury running well back of the field. He was 38th. Hugging the wall, holding it right up there against it after he tagged it. Here's the incident that brought out the 8th caution.
See Dallenbach lose the back of the car behind Rusty Wallace there. Gets into the outside wall. Benson.
That's
Rick Mast right up against the wall there in the yellow car.
So that's 2 down, and I thought there was a 3rd car behind them.
Johnny Benson nailed the wall hard.
Yep.
See Rusty Wallace in the 2 there.
You're riding with Dallenbach.
Dallenbach kind of wiggles there. Gets into the outside wall.
Sure happens quick.
Rick Mast, vantage point.
Rick Mast hit pretty hard there on the right side of his car also.
And behind them.
Oh, John Andretti's also hung on in the front. Oh,
Bobby
Labonte just lost it. Wham!
Wait a minute.
Oh, Ricky Red hit on.
Oh, Skinner's in it. Oh, Rusty.
How come they won't park then?
Oh, big crash.
You were more right than wrong on that one, huh? There must have been something down that. All of a sudden, everybody was in trouble there.
Boy, I tell you
There
right
was some
now,
checking up,
Bobby
but those are
Labonte
good cars.
hard in the corner there. Rusty Wallace hit almost head on into him.
Yeah, Earnhardt was into it.
There's Mike Skinner's car. A lot of damage to the left side.
Have been running 3rd. Earnhardt had a great day.
From this side, it looks okay. It's the other side to be concerned about.
Yep.
Mike Skinner thrashed in that 31. Bobby Labonte has climbed out of his. Here's Rusty Wallace clearing the number 2.
Boy, that's good to see. That was a hard look by Rusty Wallace. He's out checking the car.
Jeremy Mayfield on the pit road. Oh, look at the nose on that one. Rusty Wallace's teammate. Sterling Marlin walking away from the number 40.
they're telling him he's got to get into the ambulance. That's part of the rules here. Get in the ambulance, take a mandatory ride to the care center if you can't drive out of it.
Oh, take a look at that side.
Oh, man. He's all done.
Terry Labonte gets hit there by Ricky Rudd. You can see Mike Skinner there in the 31. Bobby Labonte had already gotten sideways in front of this bunch. They were just collecting each other. It's kind of like on a freeway where everybody just starts stacking up when trouble like that becomes a major problem in the corners.
I think the point you made about Wally Dallenbach when he was talking about the oil is key. That's that same area of the racetrack. Those are drivers that don't throw cars away. There's where it began. That was Bobby in first. Terry gets caught up. He went up into the wall. He slid up the track into it as well.
Yeah, Ernie Irvan was right there with the 18. You see Rusty's car just take off there.
Geoff Burton just appears to have touched Rusty Wallace a little bit, sent him along, but it seemed as if Burton kind of got through it without an awful lot of damage.
This angle will show you what happened exactly right here. Wow.
And when the 18 went, the 5 went almost simultaneously. Another look.
There's your leaders, Bobby Labonte going down in the corner right here. Back end comes out on him, gets in the oil right straight across in front of Ernie Irvan. You can see the 18 in big trouble there, and behind him everybody starts stacking up.
Alan Bestwick with Ricky Rudd. Take a look from Mark Martin's view. Stretch after he was solidly hit. Kenny Irwin's car coming to a rest on the bottom of the track. You were right in the thick of it.
Riding with Rich Bickle down in the corner here. You can see everybody diving to the bottom trying to get away from harm up there on the racetrack, going back up on the racetrack trying to dodge everyone. Wow, you can see the headrest right up here. It bent it way over. Thank goodness it was there. You can see such a violent crash in there as he goes up into the outside wall there with the right side of the car.
Was it you or Petty riding with Bobby Labonte? You don't think they earn their money? Hard charger.
Well, going in Geoff Burton's car now, we'll see how he damages the left front corner right there with Rusty.
Take a look at the leader. Here's Mark Martin. He has clinched 5-point lap leader bonus for today. Nobody can touch him with the number he's led. And we've got trouble again in turn 2.
Jerry Nadeau.
Second time he's had difficulty today. And he brings it to rest on the outside of that second corner. So Jerry Nadeau.
That looks like Ken when I speak, when he's speaking. Scooby says, let me over a little bit on this hood. I almost got hit then.
Nadeau's got to be tired of that view, sitting up against the concrete wall off turn 2. At least this time he can drive it off. Or can
well, he's trying to. I think he's got a...
Right front isn't even turning. Look at that. Not even turning. The car is badly damaged this time. You see the sparks underneath the car right there? That's not good either. This thing is really torn up this time.
10th caution.
And sparks from the back.
Ace car is in. We're back to racing. 272 complete.
Trouble. Turn 2.
Oh.
Back in front of you.
2 of them. Snarled.
Ernie Irvan's one of them.
Yeah,
I think Geoff Burton was also involved in that.
Snake bit leaders today. Guys like Wallace and Mayfield, and the Labonte's getting collected.
Well, as they race back to the flag, the 43 is ahead of number 6. That means John Andretti's getting back on the lead lap. See it?
Did it.
Oh, there's a picture of dejection.